Con. All right, Shalom, Israel. It's Brother Kazak Magun. First and foremost, want to give all honor and glory to the Most High, Yahweh. We do so by Hashem Yahweh Shai, coming at you with another quick cold cut. And this just through the spirit, not really a topic to go into, but just wanted to hop in through the spirit and just go through some precepts, So we just go, I guess we go get into some prophecy and all that, right? So we're going to start off with the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 from the top. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord," right? So the Lord said, speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, right? So what is prophecy? What is that word? You hear that word a lot. What's the definition of prophecy? So let's go into it, right? So I typed in on Google, it says prophecy. They giving you some plain definitions. It says a prediction, right? But down right here, it says foretelling the future, right? Foretelling the future. So that's foretelling the future. The Most High said, speak in the ears of his people, the word of prophecy, and so like, the prophets been on earth since the world began, man. Let's go to the book of Luke, right? The Lord had his prophets on earth since the world began, even all the way back in the times of Adam. The Lord had his prophets. I didn't pass it up. The Lord had his prophets on the earth, right? Let's go to Luke chapter 1 and down to 69, I think. This is Luke 1 and 68. It says, "Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people." Right? This is Zechariah speaking, right? The father of John the Baptist. It says, "And he hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David." You're going to put it right here. It says, "As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began," right? So the prophets have been on earth since the world began, right? So let's go back to 2nd Esdras, right? So we know that prophecy is a foretelling. So ever since the world began, the Most High been foretelling what events are going to happen. What is he going to do on the earth? All those things, right? So I'm going to read 15 and 1 again. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true," right? So the Lord, he always had his prophets, the prophets, they walked around with scribes, and the Lord will command the prophets to basically write down what he telling them, write down what the Lord is telling them. Let's go to Jeremiah, I believe I want 31. No, so like it 30. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 from the top, right? Just to get a precept on that, what we just read in 2nd Esdras. It says, "The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in the book," right? So he said, write all the words that I'm speaking to you in the book. So that's what the Lord would always do. He would give us those prophecies, and before something comes to pass, the Lord will tell us about it, right? The Lord will always tell us what's coming to pass, so we'll have the time to get ready for it. That's the fairness of the Lord. The Lord not just go do nothing without us knowing, right? He gonna tell us. He gonna always tell us of it first, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 9, right? To explain that, it says, "Behold, the former things are come." Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Right? So the Lord said the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. So meaning he's going to bring some new things about. And before they come, he's going to tell us of them, right? It says, before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Right? So let's go back to second Esdras to see what he's telling us, to see what foretellings is he revealing to us, right? So back to second Esdras 15. I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right? It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right? So we see that these plagues, the Lord said he will bring these plagues upon the world. Right? It said the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And if you look into it, the Lord, this is how the Lord is going to get his vengeance upon the earth, because the Lord has spirits that does the will, that does his will to do those things on earth. Right? Let's go to Sirach chapter 39 and 28. Right? It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. Salakia. Hold on, I'm trying to highlight it. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right? So it's spirits, the Most High created angels to carry out his works upon the earth, to carry out his works of vengeance. Right? So when it's a damn barn fire, or when you got the California wildfires, you got tornadoes, any other natural disasters, you got when people get attacked by wild animals, you got famines, any of those things, car crashes. Hey, the Lord causes all of those things. All those tie into the spirits of vengeance and the Lord's judgment. Right? It says fire and hail, Salakia. It says fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance, right? Fire, hail, famine, and death. Right? Let's get an example of that hail, right? Let's go to the book of Exodus. Because the Lord said fire and hail, right? Hey, that should ring a bell in your head. What happened to what the Lord did to the Egyptians? Salakia. Is this the chapter that I want? Salakia, bear with me. Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted. Yeah. Exodus 9, and I'm gonna start at 22. Right? It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch forth thine hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. Right? So the Lord just said that fire, hail, famine, and death, all those are a part of his spirits of vengeance. All those are a part of the ways that he sends judgment upon the people on the earth. Right? And chiefly we seeing this in the book of Exodus, right? With the 10 plagues that the Lord used Moses to put on the Egyptians, right? For having us in captivity and not wanting to let us go. Right? So I'm gonna read that again. It's Exodus 9 and 22. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch forth thine hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and fire ran along upon the ground, and the Lord rained hail upon the land of Egypt. Right? So it was hail mixed with fire, man. Imagine that. Because, you walk outside while it's hailing, and hail is kind of like icy. Hail is kind of icy. If you ever held it in your ground, it's real cold. It's like rain and ice, But the Lord said, so like I'm steady yawning. But the Lord said it was hail mingled with fire. You know, it says, so there was hail and fire mingled with the so there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, and there as such, so like it's such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation. Right. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast, and the hail smote every herb of the field and break every tree of the field. Right. So the Lord was destroying all the land of the Egyptians, destroying their crops, destroying their trees, their housing. You know, the Lord was destroying all that with that fire and that fire mingle with the hail. You know, so I just wanted to get an example of that. Let's go back to Sirach real quick, because I don't think I finished that out. Right, Sirach 39:28. Right. It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, right? It says teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction, right? Yeah, even teeth of wild beasts. I believe it's like this precept kind of in a cut. Hopefully I can find it without having to type it up. I think it's in Ezekiel 4. It might be 14, but I think it's 4. Salakia. Bear with me. No, it's 14. Salakia. Gotta be 14. Ezekiel 14 and 15, right? Because we just read, teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, all those are can the Lord use for his vengeance, his judgments, right? It says, this Ezekiel 14 and 15, if I cause noisome beasts to pass through the land and they spoil it, so that it be desolate, that no man may pass through because of the beasts, right? So the Most High can have stampedes come through the land. He could have all these, he could stir up spirits into the animals and have them come into the land, and get the attacking people. He could have them come and trample things. He could put spirits on lions and hyenas and all that, and they come and they start slaughtering all your cattle. He could do those things, man. Let's go to the book of 2 Kings, right? Dealing with Elisha. 2 Kings, the 2nd chapter, and the 23rd verse. It says, and he went up from thence unto Bethel, right? Bayath Allah, house of God in the Hebrew. And it says, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. So they was mocking Elisha, kind of getting on him. You know how when you sitting at the table, at school during lunchtime and all that, and they having a roast session, and all that. They get the little Pop-Tart head at, little Dorito bald head at, boy. You know how Jake be. That's how our people is. That's how we know we the people of this Bible. Because the same things that was going on back then, we see our people doing it now. So they was mocking Elisha, talking about, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he didn't like that. And the Lord don't like when you mocking his prophets. The Lord don't like that. So all these people that been mocking us on the street, talking about we look like Power Rangers, talking about we need to go get a job, talking about we some bums out on the street, always bringing out the Bible and stuff. All those people that been mocking us, hey, the Lord got something special for them, man. The Lord got something. We go grab that next. But it says, they was talking about, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 42 children of them. Right? So the Lord had 2 bears come out of the woods and killed 42 kids. The Most High is not playing, man. Stop thinking it's always a game out here, right? Second Chronicles 36 and what is that, 15? No, 36 in Salakia. Salakia, hold on. Oh, yeah, 16. I'm tweaking. I'm gonna start at 15. It says, and the Lord God of their fathers sent to them by his messengers rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place, right? It says, but they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words, right? So, hey, you got a lot of people out there mocking the messengers of God. All we doing is delivering the word of the Most High. All we doing is telling y'all, giving y'all the foretelling, giving y'all the prophecy, so y'all could get right. So y'all can get right and stop doing all the abominations that y'all doing before the Lord destroy y'all. That's all we doing out there. But what? They want to mock us. They want to mock us because what? We weird to them. We weird to them. We like the brother Naquan was saying earlier. We like them people in the school that try to get you to act right. We like the hall monitors out there. What you doing, brother? You supposed to be in class. Go back to class. And they shut up, lame. Shut up, lame. We ditching. Our people, that's how we are. We out there telling our people to get right. We out there telling our people to get right, but they telling us to shut up. They telling us F you and all that. So they mocking the messages of God. It says, and despise his words and misuse his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people, and there was no remedy. So, hey, they gonna keep doing it. But when the wrath of the Most High is finally shown, when the wrath of the Most High come upon them, ain't gonna be no excuse. Ain't gonna be no excuse. The Most High is gonna obliterate some of y'all ass. And he gonna laugh. He gonna laugh at y'all calamity, like it says in Proverbs 1 and 26 on down, right? So let's go back to second Esdras. Right. I'm going to read verse 5 again. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, right? Because this whole world is wicked, man. This whole world is wicked. Because everybody love darkness rather than light. Everybody want to flock to it. Let's go to the book of John 3 and 19. So 3 and 19. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. Right? Hey, they love darkness rather than light, man. Like how them bugs that only come outside at nighttime. That's how our people is. You even got worms. Our people is like worms. They them worms that come outside. You see them on the sidewalk. Them worms that be on the sidewalk, and then they only come out at nighttime. And then when you walk past, they hurry up and go back in. That's how our people is. When they see the prophets, they hurry up and run back in. They hurry up, they run to the car and drive off, get as far away from us as possible. Because they don't want that light. And that's what we bringing. We bringing that light to our people. We bringing that light. We bringing that light, and the light is the wisdom of the Lord. The light is the commandments, right? Let's go to the classic. Proverbs 6 and 23. Right? It says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life, right? Let me get another one. I think it's Psalms 118. Psalms 118 and Salakia, bear with me. Salakia, it might not be Psalms 20. I might have to type it in. Salakia, hold on. man. This is not what I wanted, but I'll take it though. It's this Psalms 119 and 130. It says, the entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding to the simple, right? And they don't want no understanding. The simple, they don't want no understanding. Our people, they want to stay foolish. They want to stay in the dark. Let me see if I can find it one day. It's like it. Here it go. Psalms 119 and 105, right? It says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path, right? So the Lord is a lamp to our feet, man. It guides our steps. It shows us which way we need to go, which way we need to turn. It's like our GPS, man. The word of the Lord is your GPS. It be turn left right here. Go straight for 50 miles and then turn right. That's the word of the Lord. You see, seeing this way, it's gonna be like turn away from it. You need a decision that you got to make. Hey, the word of the Lord is gonna counsel you in that decision. But our people, they don't want that. They love darkness rather than light. But we out there all the time, like we just read in 2 Chronicles. I'm gonna get another precept though. We out there all the time telling our people, why you transgressing the laws of the Lord? Why you steady doing this? Why you steady doing that? But our people, they hate us. They hate us when we check them on what we doing, man. And they hated the old prophets, the prophets of old time, because they did the same thing. It says, in the spirit of God, this 2 Chronicles 24 and 20, and the spirit of God came upon Zechariah, the son of Jehoiada, the priest, which stood above the people, and said unto them, thus saith God, why transgress ye the commandments of the Lord? So we out there telling them, hey, why is you steady sinning? Why y'all females steady getting together every damn Friday night and doing damn crab balls, man? Damn mukbang spirit. What the hell wrong with y'all? Why is you steady transgressing the laws of the Most High? It says, because ye have forsaken Yahweh, he have also forsaken you. And they conspired against him. So the people, they ain't like what Zechariah was bringing out. So they conspired against him. They was like, you know what? We go stick around, wait till that nigga leave from doing his little teaching and kind of see where he lay his head at that night. Then we go sneak up in this shit and, strangle his ass upon his bed or something like that. Or we go stone him. That's what they be doing, man. That's what our people gonna be doing in these last days. Because they don't like what we bringing out. They don't like how we pointing out their errors. They don't like that. They don't like how we tell them that they can't be homosexuals. This is a real sensitive ass generation. They don't like that. They call what we do hate speech. But all we doing is bringing out the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord. Right? It says, and they conspired against him and stoned him with stones at the commandment of the king in the court of the house of the Lord, man. So they was getting down on the prophets, man. Let's get another precept. Salakia. Let me see what I want. Let's go to Jeremiah. All right. No, Salakia. Let's go to Acts. All right. Acts 19. And Acts 19 and It's Acts 19 and I'm gonna start at 22. It says, so he sent into Macedonia 2 of them that ministered unto him, Timotheus and Erastus. But he himself stayed in Asia for a season. And the same time there arose no small stir about that way. Right? So this speaking about Paul. I believe he is in Ephesus. Yeah. It says, for a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, right, which made silver shrines for Diana. So, hey, this man was an idol maker. He made Diana was an idol to the Ephesians, right? And he made silver shrines for her. He probably had silver statues, You know how Jake wear the damn Jesus piece today and all that. Jake got his idols. So our people, they was doing the same thing back then. He was probably making the Diana pieces, got the chains, the rosaries and all that, praying hands with Diana name all on it and stuff like that. Stuff that people could bow down to. That's how he made his money. That's how a lot of people make their money, man. Idolatry. It's one of the biggest markets in the world right now. If not, it is the biggest market. Damn Zodiac, damn tarot cards and all that, man. All that is idolatry. It says, brought no small gain. So let me start from the top. It says, for a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen, right? Whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation. So he called all the other craftsmen, all the other idol creators and all that, called them together and said, sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth, right? So this is how we make our money. He said, by making these gods, this is how we make our money, by making these gods and selling them to the people, because they dumb enough to buy them, right? It says, moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul have persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods, which are made with hands, right? So Paul was out there telling them people like, hey, don't buy them things, man. Don't buy them things that they calling gods that's made with men's hands, man. Don't be out there buying that, and work and bowing down to it and worshiping it. Because that's not, you committing idolatry with that, man, So he said, so that not only this, our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worshipeth. Right? So this like I don't know if brother seen that I don't know if brother seen Belly before. But when what's the name them had started getting their money going, with what they was doing. You had the other brother that came out the barbershop eating a banana. And they said he noticed that his pockets was getting lighter, because they was taking all his clientele. But they was taking all his clientele. He eating a banana. He was like, I don't like that. I don't like that shit one bit. I don't like them niggas. And that's how they was looking at Paul, man. They noticed that their pockets was getting light. Hold on now. I usually sell about 10 statues a day. Now I'm down to selling 3. What the hell? My pocket's getting light. I'm barely bringing home the bacon now. So what's going on? And then they go and find out it's this brother Paul. It's this brother Paul convincing all the people not to buy their stuff because it's idolatry. So they got mad at that. It says, verse 28, and when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath and cried out, saying, great is Diana of the Ephesians. And the whole city was filled with confusion. And having taught Gaius and Aristarchus, men of Macedonia, Paul's companions in travel, they rushed with one accord into the theater. And when Paul would have entered in unto the people, the disciples suffered him not. And certain of the chief of Asia, which were his friends, sent unto him, desiring him that he would not adventure himself into the theater. Right? Because they was up in there waiting. They was up in there waiting to get Paul as. It says, some therefore cried one thing and some another, for the assembly was confused, and the more part knew not wherefore they were come together. And they drew Alexander out of the multitude, the Jews putting him forward. And Alexander beckoned with his hand, and would have made his defense unto the people. But when they knew that he was a Jew, all with one voice about the space of 2 hours cried out, great is Diana of the Ephesians. Right? It says, and when the town clerk had appeased the people, he said, ye men of Ephesus, what man is there that knoweth not how that the city of Ephesians is a worshiper of the great goddess Diana, and of the image which fell down from Jupiter? Seeing then that these things cannot be spoken against, ye ought to be quiet and do nothing rashly. For ye have brought hither these men, which are neither robbers of churches, nor yet blasphemers of your goddess. Wherefore, if Demetrius and the craftsmen which are with him have a matter against any man, the law is open, and there are deputies. Let them implead one another. Right? So they were trying to conspire against Paul, but the damn town clerk kind of came in and, resolved things, Where was I at? Salakia. Believes I was back in second Esdras. Yeah, let's go back to second Esdras. Right. So it's a whole lot of wickedness on the earth, man. I'm gonna start back at verse 7. It says, Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, right? Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually, right? And that's going to continue to happen, man, especially when the fifth seal get cracked. Right now we in the fourth seal. Brothers be trying to say we in the sixth seal already. No, we're not even in the fifth seal yet. So how could we be in the sixth? Let's go to Revelation 6 and 9. Right? It says, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held. So it's going to come a time where we getting killed for the word. We getting killed to go out there and teach. Right? And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? Right? So it's basically, speaking from a spirit world perspective, the spirit's gonna be up there crying to the Most High, talking about how long is you gonna continue to let them get away with killing us? How many more of us is you gonna let them kill, Lord? So it says, and white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. Right? So all this has to come to pass, man. Going back to second Esdras, right? It says, And therefore saith, verse 9, it says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them, right? You know damn well the Most High go avenge us, man. You know damn well he is, man. Because we his people, Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 18. Hey, Esau kind of think the Most High kind of forsook us or something, And Jake be kind of thinking that too. They be like, well, Most High ain't really dealing with us. I might as well just try to make the best of this situation that we in. No, brother. Continue crying to the Most High. Continue pleading with him. Continue begging him for that salvation. All that is gonna ring up. All that is gonna come up to the Most High's ears, man. It's like the woman that was begging the judge. I might as well start from the top. This is Luke 18 and 1. It says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. Right? Saying there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man. Right? It says, and there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of my adversary. Right? And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. Right? So he was like, he ain't really had no morals, nothing like that. He ain't fear God or regard man. He ain't really give a fuck about nothing. But he was like, even though I ain't got no morals, I don't want this woman to continue begging me every damn day. Every time I see her, she asking me to get her vengeance for her, avenge her of her adversary. Every time she see her, my Lord, are you gonna help me today? My Lord, you gonna help me today? My Lord, can you help me tomorrow then? My Lord, can you help me next week? My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. He probably like, damn, she getting on my damn nerves, so I might as well just go ahead and help her ass, because I'm tired of her. Tired of her damn bugging me. Damn Felicia off Friday spirit. It says, Yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And God, and Salakia, it says, and shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? Right? So it says, should not, this is a rhetorical question. Like, you don't think the Most High go avenge his own elect? Go out and gather his own people that's crying unto him day and night? If this unjust judge did it, and he didn't even care about the lady, but the Most High care about us, it say we the apple of his eye. You know, if this unjust judge did it and he didn't care about the lady, he just did it because he was tired of her bugging him. You don't think the Most High go do the same thing if we continue to bug him and he actually cares about us? Right? It says, I tell ye that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, he shall find faith on the earth, man. I mean, shall he find faith on the earth, right? Hey, because that's showing our faith, man. When we constantly bugging the Most High like that, when we constantly getting on our knees praying for the downfall of Babylon, praying for the destruction and all that, man. Praying for the Lord to put the curses on our enemies that's on us right now. You know, praying for the Lord's salvation. You know, that's showing your faith, man, because you waiting upon the Lord. You know, and chiefly, that's what we have to do, man. Let's go to the book. I believe that's in Zechariah. Might be the 3rd chapter. Or is it 8? It's like, I think I'm thinking about Zephaniah. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm thinking about Zephaniah. So, like, yeah. I'm going to start at verse 5, right? Zechariah 3:5, it says, the Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning does he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame, right? So the Most High, every morning the Most High is casting judgment, man. We at camp, we see people crash their car. That's judgment. You know, we at camp, we see a scoffer, a brother that's always coming up scoffing. Somebody, because he a panhandler as well. You know, he be out there panhandling, but while he panhandling, he always scoffing at us, right? And he go up to somebody's car and they put a gun in his face. That's judgment, man. You know, every morning the Most High is casting judgment, you know, upon the earth, right? Verse 6. So, like, I'm just jump down to verse 8, the point that I want. Verse 8, it says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord. So we have to wait upon the Lord. That's showing our faith. When we wait upon the Lord and not try to take matters into our own hands. You got a lot of brothers with the Black Panther spirit. You got a lot of brothers with that raise up the army right now and get all the guns and let's go storm the white man. No, brother, we can't do that. We got to wait on the Lord, brother. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, right? Like he go do in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Like you read about in Joel, the 3rd chapter. Like read about in Revelation, the 16th chapter, chiefly verse 12 on down, right? It says, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, right? It's like, y'all, I'm going to stop the recording. I'm tweaking. All right, we're going to get a couple more, though. I think I'm going to just go to verse 10 on this. Probably come back tomorrow with a part 2, Lord willing. Because I love this chapter. It's a lot that go into it. Right? I'm going to read verse 8 again. It says, 2 Esdras 15:8 says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, right? Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of them and the souls of the just complain continually, right? So we constantly complaining, man. We groaning. You know, we groaning. We grow up in that noonday. You know, like it says in the curses and all that, you know. It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Right? Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Right? So right now we in the land of Egypt, man. We in the land of Egypt, right? In our captivity. What was we doing in ancient Egypt? You know, this place, Babylon, is spiritual Egypt. First, let's grab that. Revelation 11:8, right? Revelation 11:8. It says, and their dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, right? It says, where also our Lord was crucified. So this place is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. You know, I go into this a lot of times, you know, but America is Egypt because this is where our captivity, this is where we at in captivity. We here, you know. Salakia. Let's go to Exodus 1:11. It says, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and it come to pass that when their father out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Right, so they talk about the Egyptians, how they took that crafty counsel to take us into slavery while we was over in the land of Goshen. Right. It says, therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Python and Ramses. Right. So hey, we had the labor. Hey, they put over us taskmasters, made us. Hey, they was whipping our back, made us labor with brick and mortar and all that, and serve with rigor. You know, that's why the Lord had to destroy their ass. And just like the Lord had to destroy Egypt back then, the Lord is going to destroy, you know, this spiritual Egypt, America, Babylon the Great, man. You know, in the same manner, if not even worse. Right? So verse 10. I'm going to read verse 10 again. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Right? It says, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right? So the Most High, he said, with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, he going to bring us out. Right? He going to gather us up. And he go, and in the midst of that, he's going to destroy this wicked ass kingdom, man. You know, he's going to destroy this wicked ass kingdom. Let's go to. He said he's gonna smite Egypt with plagues. Salakia, where did I want to go to? Bear with me. Oh yeah, how he is gonna gather us up. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24. In verse 29, verse 30, it says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven. Talk about the chariots, the so-called UFOs. It says, coming in the clouds of heaven, which with power and great glory, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the earth, from one end of heaven to the other, right? So the Lord is going to give his angels that charge, you know, to gather up the elect, gather up the 1/3, the 1/3 of the Israelites, you know, that received that salvation, you know. So back to 2nd Esdras, let's close it out. Yeah, I think I'm going to close it out there, Lord, when I'm come back with a part 2. You know, but the Lord is going to smite Egypt with plagues, you know, just like he did before. Lord willing, you was edified. All honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Lord willing, I come back with a part 2 tomorrow. Shalom.